This is our VH1 era.
From the Isle of Previously.
Conspiracy theory.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm on Sexy Watch.
Goal Watch.
Clone watch.
Tyron.
Read alert.
Tyron 2 list.
Double.
Captions crunch.
It's so nice to wear.
You want to wear that top?
My hair bill.
Working models who are working.
It's good, it's round. 24. Well, hey, and welcome to Pod Leadum, all bits.
All bits.
Oops, all bits, baby. I'm Lex Basile Price.
My name's Anna Jane Ginsburg.
I'm JW Crump.
And we thought, what a fun way and what a nice holiday gift. Whatever holiday you celebrate probably falls on this day. Why not?
All on the same day. Oh.
Right? Yeah, all holidays, all same day.
I cannot wait for the listener email about that claim.
Who cares? No one's reading them.
And I closed it. She said, with prejudice.
That's just going in a pit. Dead letter segment.
It's like our letters to Santa. They're just in a sack somewhere.
And Tyra's a terrible model. No, we thought it'd be fun. JW collected in that poll a list of listeners' favorite bits from our show.
And we must have did I think I specified underrated or lesser talked about. Because good and round, we love. But we wanted to explore some ones that truly I've forgotten about.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is not an Alexander Hat situation.
But yeah, and this was such a nice way to close up our trio of finale episodes. I said to Hannah Jane and Lex earlier, I was like, we had the poll, which was about the show, mailbag, which is about the listeners, bits about the podcast itself. Yeah, us. These are in no particular order because we had to do a lot of work for this, and this was the one that we were like, let's cash it up. So I'll start with one from Jazz. It hasn't been used in ages, but I love Do You Want to Wear That Top? Just mind-blowing how fashion has changed through the years. I think that's very true about the show that early on we were seeing. I love the cycles with ombre sunglasses, tiny scarves.
Feather earrings.
Feather earrings ding, of course.
Skull watch, I think, is wrapped up in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and Sheena said the same thing.
Yep.
I will always, always, always love You Want to Wear That Top. Previous fashion is a mess.
Previously.
On fashion.
And Jeremy. Also, at the top, it's, I missed Do You Want to Wear That Top? Who knew Do You Want to Wear That Top was so beloved among the listenership?
Give it its flowers. Give it its roses. Take away its arrows.
I need to call Ariel doing the, her favorite underrated bit is that, want some? Love.
Eric, aka Working Model Who Is Working, says, I just love this because if you know, you know. You do.
That really is an if you know situation. I am very glad. We talk about how most of our favorite recurring bits were improvised in the moment conversation. My only pre-written joke that made this entire list was Mary Kay saying super relatable Laura, because I wrote that down and I pitched it, and that became a good recurring thing. And Mary Kay said it was a good recurring bit for a contestant that most people dislike or forget about.
I think that's kind of what this podcast has been about, has been rediscovering these people that we have forgotten about, people don't really talk about. I will say, Christina, we just did it, but the haunted doll of it.
I think our first one was Shannon being friends with production.
Yes.
Yes, that was the first one. And then we had Naima's the old jazz man.
Old jazz man.
I'm at my most joyous with the podcast when the three of us in the moment created collective lore.
Yes.
Because that's so fun to me. And every so often we'll have someone, I remember a reviewer, and I can't remember the specifics, but we were making consistent jokes about Melrose having to contact her landlord.
Yes. Her rent was due.
And there was a reviewer who was just like, this podcast could use a little bit more accuracy. I think Melrose only contacted that landlord once. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit, babe. Yeah, bit's welcome.
I like to call out Taylor's because they give one for each of us. If we're going for less no bits, I have one for each of you fierce Podleadum hosts. For Lex, I think about in the British cycle during the Canada Fashion Week with Mean Kiem, who kicked out Kyle and Laura right before the show. Lex screaming in his Kiem voice, "My baby, my fashion baby." And you must be white as snow. I live and breathe.
I forgot about my fashion baby.
Hannah Jane Ginsburg has done some great accent work, but none compares to her impression of petite Minnesota Ray. There's one episode where Hannah quotes Ray saying, "Ah, boo frickin' who," in the most
Boo frickin' who.
in her most Minnesota way I've ever heard. I think I try, emphasis on try because accents aren't for me, and quote it once a week.
Oh, is this me? Did I write this?
Not even joking. And for J.W. Crump, there is a moment that no
Full
matter...
name.
Yeah.
Only.
There is a moment that no matter how many times I re-listen, I cannot help but cry laughing. I can't even remember the cycle or episode or what you're referencing, but you are trying to say the common expression, "they keep moving the goalposts," but you can't just quite get there. And the journey and honestly, existential crisis you go on in real time of trying to recall a football term sends me straight to heaven every single time. I think we should go down to another listener who called out that same thing, because we have transcriptions that we can actually do.
Yardstick. The yardstick is always moving. Yard line?
Goal line? The end? The finish line?
When you're football, it's a
down.
Touch down.
No, a down.
No, a yard. The yard line.
We know sports.
This is the gayest I've ever felt. What do you call it?
Yardage?
There's a phrase when you're moving the goal, but you don't say goal. You say you're moving the
goalpost
down.
Sure. I'll accept it just because I want to move away from this. This is my French personality. But you fully said the correct thing that I was thinking of.
How was it me?
And that was from Cycle 15, Episode 5 at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
I remember I famously had... You could probably create a nice little watch list or listen list of the episodes where I fully blank.
Yeah.
And because it's just something, my mind is one of those where I'm sometimes trying to think like just too many steps ahead, and then I come back into real time. And this was
like when you jumped recently to the next person and we were still talking.
I was like, we're done.
Or when you thought we were fully talking about a different photo than what you're talking about.
Oh, fully. It's happened a lot, honestly. There's also some times where it's happened and I faked my way out of it, which are just for me. But this is one time that I was like, I'm blanking in real time and don't know how to get out of it. Like my brain was like, you've said this.
And I will have to give myself praise. I made it into a first base sketch by just saying down.
Yep.
Yardage.
Yardage. It's like you're playing Pictionary.
Yardage.
Can I give myself flowers?
Of course, that's what this is.
Yeah. I had a friend recently tell me that one of my greatest superpowers is that I'll come up with something like a catchphrase for myself, but I'll say it so often that other people will just start saying it. And Hillary said something that I used to say all the time, and now y'all say all the time, which is strong choice, wrong choice. That was something I just said enough that now all my friends say it.
It's useful.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, and also, because I know Lex does this a lot, I don't love, even though I've done it on the podcast, to say GD, but I say GD instead. Yeah. And I say, get GD ready. And Lex started saying it after a while, which is very funny.
Which is funny because I have no
problem with it, yeah.
I just like the cadence of it.
The cadence is nice. Yeah.
And you hit the E's really
hard. Get GD ready.
Yeah. Sometimes this is a similar thing to, I think sometimes sitcoms are funny when they bleep out a curse word instead of saying it. Yeah. Because I think the bleep is funny.
You mean a happy ending situation?
Yeah. Or like American Dad.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the DVDs will have uncensored.
You prefer the clean versions of House Up.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm sorry, forget you's better than fuck you. It is.
Disagree.
Dirties.
Oh, conspiracy theory.
Do.
A lot of people said conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not underrated as we thought.
Says sometimes the random holiday renditions of the two.
Yeah, I like when we've done like train conspiracy. And those happen in the moment. Those are not prepared.
I feel like, here's a behind the scenes creep. So many people ask if we rehearse. I'm so grateful that you think.
Yeah.
We're funny enough for that. I remember one time I was in an improv show and we got a negative review because they're like, it's clearly all rehearsed. And it wasn't. And I was like, but that's actually a compliment.
Yeah.
Lex being Hula Hey Choquette, said, Lex being completely gaslit about the 2 male models at the 1-800-Flowers shoot. That is Hannah and I's Roman Empire.
We still get comments,
Of course.
emails about that.
Rebecca got interviewed by it. We ruined the interviewer.
Oliver Twix.
Yeah, we completely besmirched one of those. And I love that in the clip, Rebecca's just like, I think it was just one or two or whatever.
She said it.
I don't even remember.
How dare you? She said it must have been 2.
It must.
I just love seeing her confused on her face because she's like, why am I being asked
We didn't
this?
get a real answer about it because we'll never know.
No.
Yes, we woo. We see the pictures.
I love that you're so upset you just said, lest we woo. Yes, we woo.
Yes, we woo. Queen Squeen.
Someone said that. Someone said Queen
Queen
Squeen.
Queen now. Kylie said something that I don't remember. The commentary over the Cycle 15 dialogue-less commercial is my favorite Podlita moment. We stole a boat.
Let me say, I didn't remember that either, and I listened to this beforehand.
Oh, is this Chelsea?
Yeah, just Chelsea and Anne, and it's completely silent. So we end up riffing it, and we're just like, this ice cream, not paying for it. I don't like these boys. Let's reapply our lip, and this boat, we stole it. Because the commercial, they don't pay for anything in that commercial.
No, I will throw out, Lucy, probably the time Lex read Baldomero Fernandez's bio during Cycle 13. And Lucy, if you don't know, now you know, there is video of that on our YouTube. I don't know if maybe mostly people in the Discord are aware of those. I put them on TikTok. I'm probably going to re-edit some of them that are in a different format, but you can watch it.
Like Hannah and I are.
Oh.
I walk off.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like, nobody was ready.
I wasn't ready and I knew it.
Carol said one of my favorites that's made its way into opening credits.
Oh,
and
yeah.
again, is a really funny joke about a contestant no one would even remember.
Nope.
My husband.
And it got...
Anna cycle 2? Who remembers first eliminating Anna?
And I think I'll give myself flowers for this. What's especially funny about that bit, because it continued, was that it devolved. It started as my husband, and then it just became like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, anything you do it enough, it just gets looser.
Every time.
I remember the first time I did Brittany.
More normal.
It probably sounded like what Brittany said.
And then it became, ma.
I love us flanderizing our old bitch.
Yes.
This is one of the funniest, funny intros are great.
Oh, yeah.
But an all-timer from Andrew is, I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and welcome to the Western Century Plaza Hotel. I love it. One of the greatest joys of this podcast is trying to predict and being right sometimes, being wrong sometimes about the opening quotes, which we never share with each other.
No.
Has happened even very recently.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you're third, you get in a rough spot. Yeah. Hulu Twink, who I think we have to shout out because they saved us. Tyra Two List has made it into my everyday vocabulary in a way that makes me look crazy. I agree, because that's happened to me as well. Like when someone just does it in real life, under my breath, I'll go like, Tyra Two List. And sometimes someone will be like, what did you say? And I'm like, I can't explain that. It's like when someone says 69, you're like, nice. Like, I can't not do it now. It's so reflexive.
It's like Chiron. I have to actively think of the word Chiron.
Oh.
No, we really changed how people hear the phrase conspiracy theory. We ruined/made that phrase. And one that I think we have to call out from Brian, because we refer to it all the time. I'm more beige.
A fan made of magnets, and that's the magnet I got.
Yeah.
That quote. That and amazement. I still can't get through it. Those are the two quotes that are direct quotes from the show that I can't get through.
I still to this day will say, and I prefer a little more.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning. Carol is fighting off sharks with a stapler and pirates are pillaging the office copier and... Then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A strong defense? No. A strong deodorant? Yes. A six-pack of abs? Nope. Six-pack of beer? Yes. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol 21 plus and in select cities. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Golly Kaya, I believe is how we would pronounce this. My absolute favorite bit is from Cycle 6, Brooke's audition, when Lex and Hannah say, "I'm a feminist," and Brooke is stacked, and JW says something along the lines of, "Well, now it's just weird if I don't say I'm a feminist." Which I remember feeling trapped in that moment.
I re-listened to that bit because I didn't remember it. It was great.
Yeah.
Other people enjoyed my reading of "I'm a feminist, she's stacked." Another shirt I would wear.
Yeah. Anytime there's discussions or impressions of Martin Lindstrom from Alan.
Kind of this is a late bit, too.
Yeah.
I love a little later nod to a bit. Sophie, I appreciate when Lex calls out OSHA violations. Not because I enjoy safety issues, but because it's good to know that the show isn't realistic.
OSHA violation.
Yeah.
Here's some more flowers for Lex.
Aww.
From May like May, but not May West.
Smart.
Oh, I love y'all so much. If you will indulge me, or don't stop reading, I guess, I would like to share my favorite research side quest. That's right, you guessed it, the Weird Cycle 10, handbag lady who started a free handbag line because she couldn't find a fabulous cream, or was it red?
It was red.
It
It was red. And then we watched that whole video.
I appreciate that eventually we all started incorporating video clips into the episodes. That was a nice natural evolution of that because I think we've all brought some to the table now. One that I like, Rachel J threw out a bunch, but one that's truly one of my favorites. The Cycle 5 makeover episode talking about Diane, like starting the Maxinisa bit and you all devolving into different examples of that. I laugh out loud every time, especially at regional theater production date night for 40-year-olds. They said there would be free wine here.
That's okay. That's peek behind the curtain. That is when our brains, that was probably a second episode because that's when our brains stop working.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
It's those kind of bits make me so happy when like, it's a riffing on something that barely has to do with the show anymore.
That's just us having fun.
Yeah. You gotta give Top Model this because they just threw out random stupid stuff all the time. It really did give us a lot of jumping off.
This is from Kendall. I think the entirety of your Cycle 4 coverage is absolutely perfection, but Hannah Jane saying, yeah, like how Rebecca is an accessory to murder got the biggest laugh out of me maybe ever. And your Cycle 13 running joke that every new statue seen each week was the formerly eliminated contestant was also brought me a lot of joy.
One of my favorite bits.
Yeah.
I love figuring out which.
Who was the dolphin?
Y'all, honestly, if I had to pick our favorite cycle we covered, I'm gonna go 13. I just am. I think we had so many good bits. And also, I'm sorry, the easiest group for us to have made fun of and never feel that much remorse is short people.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we had the representation for that.
And we had to talk about blackface again.
Oh my God, we did. There's one from Bryce, and I don't remember when you said this, Lex, that it's just a quote from you. Do you want to wear that top, bottom?
Was that
I
a reference?
believe you said it.
That sounds like something I said. You want to wear that top, bottom? but I don't know if it was about pants or about someone who I assumed was a bottom.
Oh, I guarantee you the latter.
It could have been about pants.
Miranda, I want to shout out because we give our Cycle 10 coverage a lot of shit, but I will say this. Miranda said Cycle 10 and the names, Anus, Doubly, Amy, and Claramy. We were on it for names.
Claramy is some of our best work.
Doubly Amy
stood the test of time.
Doubly Amy, I can't think of what her name, even though her name is in that. I just think of her as Doubly Amy.
Yeah. It's like someone who's only their first and last name together.
Mm-hmm.
You can't recognize
Yeah,
them
we
otherwise.
were on a roll at the beginning of that cycle.
Yeah.
Laura says, Jean Wolfe is what made me fall in love.
Well, it's just plum cookies.
See, this is another thing of mine that I just do that made it into the show proper. Hannah's secret bitch game is iconic. You're welcome.
Something else you do is just start singing.
And somebody actually likes it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danielle.
Oh, I want to read the whole Danielle thing. Every time Hannah Jane sings the words to something, private panel, but it happens for smaller tidbits as well. Also, anytime Lex schools everyone on California or when JW explains the mysteries of the South. Sorry, I'm incapable of the Tyra 2 list. You know what?
Mysteries of the South.
We are at least regionally diverse.
Yeah?
Yes, and I'm from singing.
My country, musica.
Oh.
Theater.
I want to call it Aaron. I have some deep cuts. The hosts on Cycle 6, Episode 11, were talking about the ghosties. They were on fire. And complaining about Joni's outfit and giant tote. And JW went, oh, you know she brought that big tote bag. She probably bought a new one with that extra beat. And I don't know why, but that makes me cackle. It's his delivery. And speaking of, when in Cycle 13, Hannah found Secret Cove Beach, and Lex, in increasingly incredulity, began rage whispering, not an activity. It kills me. When I'm in a meeting with someone who is saying things that make no sense, I mutter, not an activity, in the same tone now.
I also want to get, because this is one of my favorite bits from Hannah. Anastasia says, anything that comes back to the season 4 acting challenge, lovely day, or Hannah saying, what a rich backstory. After Camille's sculpture improv supply. The way you delivered that really brought me joy. Of just, what a rich backstory. That's the one I say in my head all the time when someone's explaining something and giving exposition that's not needed. I'm like, what a rich backstory.
There's a lot of calling out for killing it and quilling it.
Well, here's
Another one season one for, I mean, not that person only was on the
Yeah.
show one season, so that's cool.
This is a great list from Giovanna. The conspiracy theory, number 4, that Tyra has never had sex or hated it. Killing it and quilling it because I use it in real life. The horoscope twist, whether a dive, band, ice skating move, baked good, or a name for Paulina's dubbing style, it gets me every time. I didn't realize how many versions of that twist.
One of my favorite conspiracy theories is that Tyra doesn't like sex.
That's just true.
Prudish Tyra is my favorite Tyra. Who's just like, ick. No thanks.
James said, Lex inexplicably liking Tyra in bull garb lives in my head rent free. Don't remember that. Don't know what that's in reference to.
Don't co-sign.
Bonus, each host having wildly different but equally insane impressions of Jordan, the most normcore contestant of all time.
Tell you what any of us do. I can't believe we got that much material out of Jordan.
Who never showed up again.
No.
The most power move she ever made.
Again, I think we're at our best with contestants who give us the least.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Laura James is the best character that's ever been on that fucking show. We made jokes about her up until 24.
Yep.
Oh, I like this from Jess Voorhees. Dr. Edgardo Falcon. Call!
I feel like I need to call myself in and read Joey's. Anytime Hannah mentions something with we've all done, and then proceeds to mention the most specific individual experience.
Oh, I got a call out too. Say it.
I'll go
Okay. JW's journey in admitting he likes Lucite furniture. We stand character growth. I'm going to say it. The journey started halfway there. That journey was already at the what do you call it when a plane stops? I've only flown direct, so I don't know.
Layover?
Yeah.
I don't.
That sounded like such a brag. I just haven't flown that far. I've never laid over. Did you eat in that restaurant? No thanks.
Super.
Okay, airport.
Well, super fan Marion said roof stoof. Even my husband says it now. Is that a JW-ism?
That's a JW.
Okay.
No, that's a happy ending.
That is.
So,
Okay.
And then it's like they all started saying it. I think Casey Wilson's
That's
character,
definitely
but I
Casey.
say it a lot.
Yeah.
And
I picked it up from
that's
you.
spread
I
it.
also say it because of happy endings.
Yeah. Roof stoof.
Roof stoof.
Oh, Laura said, I love the contestant nicknames that evolve throughout a season. Winner Adrian. Winner Adrian's super fun.
Yeah.
Sarah Tall and Maul. W. Amy. Claire Me. Yeah. Also really fun.
I want to read this one because I'm so excited that people liked it because I was always worried they didn't. Model fell down. Model fell more.
I love people don't know
That's
what
a reference.
you're referencing because it's an obscure SNL sketch.
Well, this is one of those. I will show that sketch to people and I get crickets and I don't understand because I think it's so funny.
Let me tell you, that sketch came out while I was the head writer of a sketch group. And I was doing this thing at the time where I asked them to watch SNL and come back with the one they liked the most and the least so we could discuss like why that was. And I only did it for like a couple of months, but one person, the biggest discussion they ever had was half loved that sketch. Half just didn't understand why anyone would like it. And I was like, this is actually polarity, Alexandria. This is, it was actually very fascinating, but I find it very funny.
Talking about bits that I wasn't sure would work in the moment. Because we record these like, a couple weeks in advance. And I stick to a bit through a season. But Clone Watch had me in tears during Cycle 18.
Yes.
I never questioned why they would think to specify that Simone is not a clone within the lyrics of Stop, Drop, and Tooch. But you all picked up on the evidence that she is indeed a clone. And this song was meant to cover up the truth. I ain't no clown. Sounds like something a clone would say. Sounds like something a clone would say. Indeed, Nick.
Truly, Clone Watch was one of your absolute best bits, Lex.
And you were always so on top of it.
Clone Watch.
I like username and you need to learn to listen. Lex's narration audition for the audiobook of Tyra Banks' fictional novel Model
I don't remember doing that.
You did it when we were doing the motion editorial.
Oh.
And you did some stuff from it, but you like really gave it. And like, I had that moment. I was like, it'd be really funny if Lex just recorded the whole thing.
That would require me to read it.
Yeah.
Just like a recap episode. We have another entry for You Want to Wear That Top from Can You Read?
Oh my God.
Read this one.
Please.
Oh, yes, please.
You want to wear that top? Because it took me at least 2 full listen-throughs of the earlier cycles when this bit was more prominent that I realized it was a play on You Want to Be on Top. Just brilliant and wonderful. Fabulous.
We have a couple of shout-outs from people on Glamorly, which is another...
That's a Hannah.
That's a super fun one. Yeah, that was
That's a Hannah Jane.
absolutely...
This person gives it up for the slower, more inquisitive conspiracy theory.
Jew. Those are kept for like, that's true.
Yeah. I liked it when we started adding a word before it, like, I have a food conspiracy theory. There was one time we did it, and I know we talked about earlier about the, like, alternate versions of it. We have something about shoes, and we were like, clomp, 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 clomp. That makes me very happy.
To be fair, there is one person that did a list. Paul did a list, and my husband did digital art. But he also did water, water, water. That is something that has gone into my own head.
Sure. Absolutely.
Did he even say it? Like, that's what he must have said that,
no,
right?
he definitely said it.
Okay.
He definitely
yeah,
said it. This is one that I forgot, but is so very funny to me. From Rachel. Literally once a week, I think to myself, for Brooke, I've been Brooke. That was a joke we were making when they were doing this red carpet interview.
Yep.
And Brooke was all perky. I don't even remember which of us said that.
That one could be any.
Any
Yeah.
of us.
For Brooke, I've been Brooke.
Assume it's you,
But I don't think, but JW is very precious about Brooke.
I had to protect Brooke. So glad she had one of the most winning Where Are They Nows.
This is a great one for the Zoom. You all should reenact Cycle 8, Episode 12, minute 36:54.
Wow, Denise doing the work. Okay. And then the post-production team, who again, must love Renee, must be so mad, gave her the dramatic silent fade out.
You mean the wrong decision fade out?
Nice.
I feel like you need to receive this, Lex. From Michael. The Kelly Catrone's daughter disclaimer!
Hell yeah.
I don't know why, but I find the impression of her daughter in Lex's tone very amusing, and I like that it occurs in the places where I least expect it.
I also love that that's another one that probably started so close to how Kelly actually said it.
Mom. I mean, I will give myself a pat for the decision to always do the disclaimer on the impression, as though anyone's.
We have nothing against Kelly Catrone's daughter.
No, that's Kelly Catrone's problem.
Ooh, Queen Catherine said something that I like as well. This is something I like about the podcast in general. Do you want to wear that top, especially when one of y'all disagreed? I think it's always, I think the nice thing about a trio in general, but this particular trio specifically, I like when we do. The nice thing about top models, you just get to disagree on stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I'm coming in hard being like, this photo, it's top call out. And you were both like, ah.
But I love it's usually a triangle. There's usually two against one.
And I'm almost never the one.
Oh my. I feel like you are misremembering history, Ginsburg.
You give hotties a lot of wiggle room.
I was about to say,
Hannah's hotties.
I feel like the biggest difference, and his name is Niall.
Yeah, there was.
I were like, I don't know
about this one.
But he's so good.
Your grease ball.
He's sexually fluid.
What's wrong with you? It's true. I stand for all bias boring to my.
What's my toxic trait?
I love all bias. And I sleep with the nightlight.
No, that's how I steal it. You sleep with the nightlight. Can you both?
I want to call out Audrey because I do think this was underrated. It was only in one episode, but I listened to the Deprice episode recently at work for probably about the 10th time, and I was still actually crying with laughter at my desk. It was absolutely perfect. Deprice list, for want of a better word. I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
That was honestly the episode where I was like, oh, we've got it.
Yeah, we're
well, we got it. Well, talk about a time when the triangle was all on the same day. We're just like, well, let's talk about this woman's day.
Deprice Brescia. I've said it before on the podcast, I'll say it again. If I'm ever checking into a hotel, I'm not a mistake.
Deprice Brescia.
There's going to be times when all three of us have to check into the same hotel. We all have the same idea. They're like, do you know there's 3 Deprice Brescias staying here?
Someone's trying to track us down, and they're like, no, there are 3.
Yeah, that's us on the run.
Our aliases are just different Deprice Brescias. And John, or whoever was next to her the entire time, one named John. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much to everyone who sent all of these in. This was such a nice trip down Bit Lane, the best of all lanes.
We said it in the mailbag episode, but I'll say it before. Say it again. This has been a Who knew that
We were so pure.
that this stupid fucking podcast about this horrible, terrible show would bring you all so much joy, and also us. I've only become better friends with these two doing this podcast, and I've only become funnier by making the two of them laugh as much as I can. So thank you again. And if you're listening to this at the end of the year, it's been an amazing 6 years. I am so proud of the work that we've done. Yeah.
We all lived through a very weird time to make art. And, and there was a really long time when we as a world were going through a lot, and when I was personally going through a lot, and I wasn't making anything. And making the show was my lifeline to making art and maintaining friendships and feeling connected to the world at large. So I'm so, so grateful that I got to do it with these two incredible people and with the incredible people who listen to us. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that it's something so special when you also get to complete something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that we can say that what Podleadum is right now, has like a beginning, a middle, like a conclusion to what it is. And
the project.
Yeah, like there with art, I feel like you don't always get that.
You don't get to choose a lot of
we also got to do so much of this on our own terms.
Yep.
I think that I was talking to Hannah, Jane, and Lex. Like, part of this is I think we were a little, like, maybe older than the average podcaster. That doesn't make sense. But we were all mature enough that when we started this, I think we set some very good parameters and boundaries for how we were going to show up to this podcast, how we were going to show up for each other.
Mm-hmm.
There have been days where each of us have come into it and we've started by saying like, "Hey guys, if I'm a little rough today, a little rooster, if I'm a little down, I promise I'll get back into it. I just may need you to like carry me on your shoulders for a little bit." And we've all been able to do that for one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank the two of you for being that. Like, doing a project and finding people to do it with who feel like they're on the same page as you. I've done so many creative projects and will all continue to do so many more. And a lot of times, the people you do it with is what makes it special. Anytime a fan is like, I would just listen to the three of them talk about whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me realize that while Top Model was the topic, the podcast was our friendship.
Yeah.
And, okay, someone else take over. Woo, baby. Oh no, we're all crying. Uh-oh, fuck, my bad. Oh no, not a perfect wrap up from Genevieve.
And I'm also a feminist.
She's stacked. Remember when we used to do boob noises? Not Hannah's favorite bit.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, because me and JW are so fucking horny. Subjecting Hannah to the worst.
Take nothing else from this podcast. Just remember, listeners, I want you to know it was me. I was the horny one.
JW's more of a tyrant type. Get it out of here. I want to sell it, not do it.
And so, for Pod Leadum, I have been Lex Basile Price.
I will be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'll continue to be JW Crump.
And we saw you on top.
Pod Leadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.